from Wayfinder Realty, your host for Sold on Flavor. This week we're taking a little bit of New England and bringing it to the Crystal Coast. And we're going to be doing stuffed quahogs, or as they're known in Rhode Island, affectionately, Stuffies. So it's hard clam. You remove clam meat, you saute some vegetables, mix some sausage, and you make a bread stuffing, put them in the shell, and bake them off. Served with a little bit of lemon, a little bit of hot sauce. We're going to go through the process. I do not use jarred, they call it clam juice. It's really just clam broth. We're going to make ours from scratch. So I have Sauvignon Blanc, pardon me, and some fresh herbs, and we're going to make that as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the only chorizo I could find was loose, which is fine. No problem there. Actually, I think it works out better. It's certainly less work for myself. And you really just want to brown it up. There's really not cooking instructions per se. Down in the south, I did have to go to the second store. Shout out to Piggly Wiggly. They always have the biggest selection of meat down here. The chorizo's done. I'm just going to push that aside, and we'll mix that later. Okay, I'm cooking up a bunch for the office. So I have 6 bell peppers and 2 heads of celery in there. Okay, we're going to start with building our stuffing. This is just store-bought stuffing, herb style. I'm mixing it with a couple of different loaves of bread. So I'm trying to find some room here. So I'm going to put my chorizo in there. And notice I didn't drain it because that grease in there is going to be just fine. And I got my onions and peppers and no, not my onions, just peppers and celery. Onions are coming up. So my onions have been cooking down for a couple minutes. Now I'm going to add my garlic. And that all goes in the stuffing. Okay, one of my subscribers had a great way to purge the sand from clams. And that's to set up an ice bath with a little bit of cornstarch. And then I'm going to let my clams soak in that. In my Cambro pan here, I have my breadcrumbs, onions, peppers, celery, the chorizo. So right now I'm trying to get everything all set, because once the clams move, we don't have a lot of time. We got to take the clams out and get them cut up. We don't want to overcook them because then they'll get chewy. So from there, then we really just mix and start stuffing at that point. So as far as spices go, I can do that now. I'm going to do a little bit of Old Bay, a couple dashes of Worcestershire, and some dried oregano. All right, some oregano. I guess agrees apparently. Old Bay. Worcestershire. Time to cook my clams and make my clam juice. So right now I got a stick of butter in there, melted. I'm going to add my sliced shallots, some fresh thyme. I got some cloves of garlic there. So you really don't have to chop your herbs when you're doing this because it's going to be strained anyhow, right? Put my fresh thyme in there. You really want to cook down your shallots because once the oil goes, not the oil, pardon me. Once the wine goes in, then you're going to add your clam shortly thereafter, and they only cook for about 6 minutes, right? So until they start popping open. So it's not a long time. All right, throw my cloves of garlic. All right, so we got 4 dozen clams, so I'm going to put the whole bottle in. Like I said, just using Sauvignon Blanc, use whatever you want. Pour yourself a glass. All right, my wine's come into a simmer. just because there is so much clams, I want to add some more liquid in here, so I'm going to add 2 quarts of water. This should be enough. Bring that back. All right, these are popping open, so I can now take them out and put them aside here. Now comes the labor of love, where you're pulling the clams up. You're gonna cut them up, dice them up, and get them in the stuffing. Okay, out of 47 clams, because one didn't open up, they don't open up, you toss them, right? So 47 clams, that's all the meat. Okay, it's a rough chop. That's the consistency you want. And then you're just going to throw it in the stuffing. Okay, this is where you have to be careful. So I have my clam juice. I've strained it twice. All right. And I'm adding it into it only a little at a time. I can always add more, but I can't take it away, right? So... I also don't want it to fall apart. So I still have more to go, but here's a tray of them. Hey everybody, it's Todd from Wayfinder Realty, your host for Sold On Flavor. This week, Stuffies. Maybe a little more. I have been craving those for a long time. Everything made with fresh ingredients. Can't wait to share them with the rest of the office. And something that should definitely be shared with a friend in your new home. If I can give you a hand and get you here down on the Crystal Coast, give me a call. Till next week, thank you.